In this video, we're going to demonstrate how to create invoices when connected to QuickBooks Online. After setting up your initial QuickBooks Online integration, the first step to the process is to navigate to the relevant client profile, click the Invoices tab, and click Create New Invoice. Please note that if you want to connect an existing QuickBooks Online invoice, you can do so by clicking Add Existing Invoice. In general, we would recommend starting the invoice creation process in Senior Place since it will automatically create a linked invoice in QuickBooks Online. Once you click Create New Invoice, you'll be presented with the Invoice Builder. The first step to the process is to ensure the QuickBooks customer is the correct one. We will try to match the QuickBooks Online customer to the community that is selected, but if you need to change or add a new QuickBooks Online customer, it can be done in this area. If you want to change the customer, click the magnifying glass icon and search for a QuickBooks Online customer you want it to be instead. In this case, let's change it to First and Amazing Adult Family Home. If you prefer to add a new QuickBooks Online customer, you can also do so by clicking the plus button here. Next, you can decide whether or not the invoice will be sent out upon saving. If you'd like it to send upon saving, leave this checkbox marked. If you would like to send that invoice later, just uncheck that box there. You can also add or edit the customers that will receive that invoice. It's worth noting that when you click to have this sent on save, the invoice will actually be sent from QuickBooks Online and how it's configured there. Next, you can configure the terms, due date, and line items. You can also add a note if you'd like. Finally, if you want to add a connecting invoice, you can do so by clicking Add Another Invoice. This is ideal in situations where you might have multiple payments, maybe one in 1 month and another in the next month. When you click Add New Invoice, it's going to copy over the previous invoice information, which you can then edit. So perhaps we'd like the first invoice to send out, but the second invoice we don't want to send upon save. We'll also change the due date and some of this information. Finally, once you're happy with the way those invoices are configured, click Save, and we will automatically create those invoices in QuickBooks Online. As you can see here, the first of those invoices was sent as we chose, and the second one is created but not sent. We can then navigate to the QuickBooks Online invoice by clicking this link button. When we click that link button, it will automatically open that QuickBooks Online invoice, which we can further edit if we'd like. If we want to make any edits, those will all be done here in QuickBooks Online. So let's see an example of what that would look like. If we wanted to change the amount, we could do so here. And let's also mark it as paid. If we now navigate back to Senior Place, we'll notice this will update within a couple of minutes. Sometimes it's within 20 seconds, sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but you will notice the update here soon. You can now see that Senior Place has updated the status as well as the amount that we changed in QuickBooks Online. Finally, within Senior Place, these will continue to be in sync with any changes you make in QuickBooks Online. You can always email those invoices from Senior Place here by clicking the email button. But as this mentions, when you click to send that email, it actually does send from QuickBooks Online. Finally, it is worth noting that if you start by creating an invoice in QuickBooks Online, Senior Place will not automatically import that invoice unless you click to add that existing invoice. This is to prevent unnecessary invoices from being imported into Senior Place. So again, that's why we recommend starting by clicking Create New Invoice within Senior Place. That will then keep those invoices in sync for you going forward.